Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Anson Massey and welcome to my channel and my Facebook page. I am finally, at least I think finally, ready to come out and do a true drone flight with my new Phantom 3 standard drone. I'm in Waco, Texas, right next to Lake Waco at Woodway Disc Park, and that's where I'm going to try to fly this thing. Let's take a look at this little puppy here. This is my new toy and my new hobby, and I'm going to be honest, I have fallen in love with this hobby. I like good video, I like neat things. Of course, I come from the media business, and it's a little bit windy out here. I checked my WeatherBug app, and it says the winds are coming from the south at 15 miles per hour. Feels like more than that, but 15 miles per hour right there, kind of on the edge of where you want to be flying. But this is a nice open area. I'm going to take it up nice and slow once we get the flight going, just to see exactly how well it handles, and just kind of go from there. But this is a really nice place that I've scouted out and found. I'm away from everybody, away from the airports and everything. I have registered with the FAA. I do recommend all drone pilots or drone owners to do this. There's nothing to it. For all you conspiracy theorists out there, it's not so the government can spy on you. Trust me, with all the drones that are just flying off the shelves all over the country and all over the world, you don't have your own dedicated satellite, I promise you. All it is, it's acknowledgement of what the rules are as of right now as far as flying these drones. Because let's be honest, I know everybody has a drone, I know everybody wants to fly it, I'm one of them, but what you need to do is understand there are other aircraft that share the skies with you that you could come into contact with, even flying at the low altitudes. These Phantoms and other drones are designed to fly for. For instance, I registered with the FAA, I have my registration number. I also downloaded the Before You Fly app. Now, I'm in Waco, and I know that there's the Waco Regional Airport, so I'm like, hey, I'm 11 miles away from that place. Well, guess what? When you look on that Before You Fly app, when you get to your designated location where you're going to take the thing up, it shows you all the airports that are around you. And something you may not think about, there are smaller airports, there's several of them I didn't even know existed, that are within the vicinity, and not to mention the law enforcement's aircraft that they may take up at moment's notice without any really notice at all. They may have to get up in the air for whatever reason, but also Care Flight, Air Evac, the hospitals. There's two major hospitals here in the Waco area that may have to take their aircraft up. So you want to make darn sure that you're clear of where they're going to be, and that all airports and everybody knows that you're going to be up in the air and how long you're going to be there. So I do recommend everybody to please register. You know, I know there's conspiracy theorists out there, there's government hacks out there, you know, just do it. There's nothing wrong with doing it right. That way everybody's comfortable. Everybody around me knows that I'm going to be out here today. They know I'm flying, even the local law enforcement. I spoke to a deputy over the phone. He could not have been nicer about it. He and his son, they're drone owners as well. So it's just something that's understood. I'm comfortable being out here. If anybody rolls up on me wanting to ask questions, well, law enforcement knows I'm out here as well. So there you go. Nothing wrong with doing it right. Nothing wrong with being cool. So, tell you what we're going to do. We're going to try to get this thing fired up, set up, and let's get this thing up in the air and see how well it handles. It is a little bit windy, so no guarantee that I'm going to keep it up very long, but I'm always going to take it up a little bit, 40 feet off the ground, see how well it handles. So let's fly this thing. Let's have some fun. Alright, getting everything ready here. Turn the remote on first, because if you turn the aircraft on first, it's going to start looking for that remote signal, and you might kick it into return to home. Even though the motors aren't running, it could confuse the machine a little bit. So turn the remote on first, then turn the aircraft on. And it looks like I'm connected to the Wi-Fi. So my next step is going to the DJI app. It's going to control everything. There it is. And then I'm going to take it out behind me here in the middle of the field to my launch point. As I mentioned, it is windy out here. There's a look at Lake Waco. Fire up. There we go. Going to see how well it handles. I feel comfortable taking it up about 30 feet. First, DJI dance. So here, 360 this way. Nose down, same thing. Around, around we go. Ring around the rosy. Pocket full of rosy. There we go. All right, we're calibrated. Let's take this thing up. How's it going? Doing all right. This thing doesn't fly away from me. A little bit, yes sir. All right, so here we go. I think this is a pretty safe spot. I think it'll be okay, but I'm going to take it up nice and slow and see how it handles. Start the motors. Start recording. Looks to be pretty good. Alright, I am about 54 feet up. Down the Frisbee Golf Course nice and slow, just kind of keeping an eye on it, keep it in my line of sight. Doing very well. Go up a little bit higher and kind of see what we're doing here. Looking at my camera shot, of course its gimbal system is keeping it nice and steady, but looking at the aircraft, the wind's whipping around just a little bit.
Nice. I installed security cameras, so I know what they would look like.
Oh yeah.
This new technology. Yeah.
Let me do a little 360 pan around here. Pretty good gust of wind coming here, so it's whipping around a little bit. Not that bad. I'm going to bring it back to me a little bit, going backwards. Moves pretty slow against that wind, but it moves all right. Yeah, it's got a GPS lock on it. We're going to moving against the wind here with this shot. Going off to my right. Yeah, you can see the wind's kind of toying with it a little bit. Yeah, it's really fighting that wind. Alright, we're going to go ahead and bring it down and bring it back home. Actually, yeah, well, sometimes that's just the way it goes. Not a bad flight, but very short one. Matter of fact, I did a second flight that I'm not going to put on here. I went a little bit further out toward the lake. It's kind of straight out in front of where I was. And when I was bringing it back, the wind had actually pushed it a little bit toward the lake. Not dangerously close, and I was able to still operate it, but I was watching the camera and not watching the unit. That's how good the gimbal is on this Phantom 3 Standard. the shot looks steady, and then you look up at the aircraft, and whoops, it's drifted quite a bit. It probably drifted about 50 feet. And I was able to bring it back and bring it down. But wow, the wind was really whipping today, so I didn't get to do everything that I wanted to do. I'll go back out there and get some better shots. I think that'll be a great place to do some things, especially if I can catch some folks actually playing Frisbee golf at that course. So anyway, like, subscribe, comment, whatever you feel like. And I'm still getting familiar with this thing, and I'll get a little bit braver with it, especially when the wind dies down and as I fly it a little bit more. So the videos will probably be a lot better as we grow along too, so feel free to grow with me. So hope you enjoy it. If so, great. If not, move on to something else. There's lots of great videos out there to choose from.